निराकार पर ब्रह्म सभी आकारों में, सभी गुण में, सगुण साकार रूप में विराजमान है। वही माँ है, वही मैं हूँ, वही मुझ में है, मेरे बुद्धि रूप में, मेरे मन के रूप में, मेरे शरीर के कण कण में वही है, उसके अलावा कुछ है नहीं। इस तरह से उस दैवी शक्ति को भीतर बाहर सब जगह जान लेना जीवन उत्सव बन जाता है। यही है नवरात्र।
जागो जागो तारिणी माँ, जागो जागो तारिणी माँ, जागो जागो तारिणी माँ, जागो जागो माँ।
Realize that you are totally dependent on the divinity.
जागो जागो माँ, जागो जागो माँ, जागो जागो माँ जननी।
In deep rest, divinity talks.
Jai Gurudev, good evening. Welcome to the Art of Living's web series on the Secrets of Navratri. I'm your host Arnav Sharma, and today with us we have a very special guest. We have Alka Mulki Ji with us today. She is a senior Art of Living teacher and also the trustee of our Vaidic Dharma Sansthan. So I welcome Alka Di on stage. Welcome Di, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
So without spending any further time explaining about you, I would jump to the first question. We have been seeing that a lot of people by now may not be able to go to the ashram, who would have work and other commitments at home. How do they celebrate the Navratri?
Yeah, that is something I think in a lot of people's mind, that they're not able to go to the ashram. But I know I would like to share that Vedic Dharma Sansthan has pujas happening in 30 places all over India. So this year, wherever people are in whichever state they are in, they can celebrate Navratri. Also, if they have exams of their children and they are not able to go physically, we have online Navratri. I think because of the pandemic, life has become much more easier for people in the terms wherever they are, they can actually sit at home, take a sankalp, and pray for the near and dear ones. And I think this was not there a few years back. Everybody had to go to the ashram. Only then they could experience. But here you can be online, you can take a sankalpa, pray for your near and dear ones, and be a part of Navratri. Also, so people ask that, okay, morning times we have office, we are not able to attend, what is the option? So I think at that time, what one could do is, while you're traveling to office or while you are just before you leave for your work or your commitments, listen to some chanting. We have Lalita Shastra Nam chanting. It's for 45 minutes. But if you feel, oh, that also is too much time, I'm not able to give, we have Devi Kavacham. That is also something very wonderful. In fact, Devi Kavacham, when you listen, it protects every part of your body. And then we have Argala Stotra. So these small chants you can listen, and also while you're traveling, you can listen to a lot of Devi bhajans, which will also make you feel a part of being in Navratri. And when you come back from home in the evening, you can light a little lamp in your temple. Also on the last day, we can do, you can just go around, you must be having like a school or some children around, you can do Kanya Puja also. So it's just honoring divinity in different ways. Yeah, so I think these are a few options. If you are not able to come physically to the ashram, you can at least celebrate Navratri with these small options that are given. But yeah, we are very fortunate to have online Sankalpa, online being a part of Navratri. In fact, last to last year, when most of us couldn't go to the ashram, it was so wonderful. Gurudev said, "Is baar sabko first row seating mila," because you could sit where you are. You didn't have to fight for your place. You didn't have to. There was no crowd to eat your food. In the You could be at home and still experience Navratri. Yes, Arnav.
So, Didi, a lot of people also do fasting during the Navratras. Some people fast for all 8, 9 days, and some, choose specific dates and fast. But we have also seen that there are a lot of unhealthy practices that are associated with the celebratory fasting. Rather, it becomes feasting than fasting. So, what is the more appropriate way of fasting, which is healthier and which uplifts us? Request you to guide us on it.
Yeah, I think each one has its, as per their own prakriti, they should decide what fasting they should do, because somebody who's very high in pitta and decides to, have a very strict fast may not be able to do so. And as you rightly said, instead of feasting, it should be more on, fruit juices, having more fruits, having more healthier options. And I think it's just not about food, but it also have you discipline the mind. So for me, during Navratri, also not speaking anything negative. That is all. That also would be a very huge part of Navratri. How you could help someone these 9 days. So it's not necessary, if you're not able to keep something with food, you can also see different ways of how you can discipline the mind. Okay, you can say, while I'm eating, I'm not going to talk. That's one option. You can also say that, okay, I will only take my food once, and once I've taken this, I will not tempt my mind to eat the second time. You can say, okay, I will not eat onion garlic for this time. Or people who eat non-veg throughout the year can say, okay, 9 days, let me avoid this. So whatever tempts you, you can tell your mind to avoid. And also, I think this fasting was mostly kept to discipline the mind. Obviously, it's nice to go on a fruit fast, but if it's not possible, I think these other options are also there. Or have food just once, but definitely avoiding potato chips, avoiding something which is too fried, too oily, because you're doing this to rest the body, and the mind. So these are the few options I think one should look at.
Wonderful. On a lighter side, how do you celebrate Navratri when you're at home? When you're not in the ashram, you're at home. How do you celebrate?
Yeah, I think the first few days, we are at home. So I belong to a Kutchi Gujarati family. We keep something like a garbi. It's made out of earthen pot, and we decorate it, and we light a lamp every day, and we put a few coins in it. We put moong in it, because after that, after the 9 days, you put the moong into the garden and let it sprout. So that's how we feel that the divine is everywhere. And then in the evenings, we do some satsang, we do a lot of garba, we do a lot of dandiya. So basically, I think this time is when the season changes. And also with the season change, people feel more gloomy. They don't feel like doing anything. So when they start celebrating, I think a huge shift is there. So that's why, especially in Gujarat, Kutch, there's a lot of celebration during this time. Everyone gets out together, young, old. In fact, sometimes you'll be surprised. Even old, elderly lady, they enjoy themselves during this time. The hours of garba they can play, it's amazing. So if we are at home, we celebrate it like this. But I think since we are with Gurudev, we would definitely be a part of the puja. If not in person, that at least online, we make it a part, to be a part of our pujas. Because I think our pujas are very unique. They start from Ganesh Homa, which is the removal of all obstacles, and then we have Navagraha Homa. So we tell all our stars that, okay, I'm preparing for something big, for the Chandi Homa, and we take their blessings. So each one, if you see in their charts, would have some Saturn problem, some Jupiter problem. So we also pray to all the Navagrahas. Then we have Sudarshan Homa also. So everyone knows what Sudarshan is for. It not only our Sudarshan Kriya, but even the Sudarshan Chakra removes all negativity. So then we also do the Sudarshan Homa, and then we have the Rudra Homa. And most amazing, all this culminates into the Chandi Homa. And in Chandi Homa, Arnav, you'll be surprised to know that we also pray to the elephant. We do his puja. We pray to we do puja to the horse. We also do puja to the cow. So not only, it's so wonderful, our whole, the way all this is made. We we honor the divinity in different animals also. And then if you would have seen in Navratri, we have this Kanya Puja, where 9 devis, they sit in the homa, and it's surprising for 5-6 hours these small girls sit, and that's how we see the Devi in them. So the 9 devis, we have 9 Kanya Puja that happens, and also Sumanglis, people who are married, their puja is done. And even a Dampati puja is done, a husband and wife together. So it's just seeing that, okay, Devi is there in the small girls, Devi is there in the ones who are married, Devi is there in the couple. So everyone is honored. So that's such a wonderful way Chandi Homa is celebrated. And last few years, I think Gurudev has opened it in a way where you can go ahead, take darshan of the Devi, and you come back. So it's such a wonderful way. You feel more connected that way. So I think one should not miss being in the ashram, but if that is not possible, as I told you, 30 places Homa is happening, and online definitely. One should definitely. I know this is exam time. My daughter too has her exams. So online option is definitely there for all of us.
Didi, you have been associated with the organization for a very long time now, and I'm sure, being from a Gujarati background, you had Navratri you were seeing Navratri ever since you were a child. How has your perception of Navratri changed with time, especially after you've been attending pujas with Gurudev? How has that impacted you, and do you have some stories to relate to your Navratri experiences?
Actually, before Navratri was only Dandiya and Garba, and also time to go out with friends when we were in school and college. So there was no deeper meaning to it as to we needed to meditate. There was no deeper meaning. But since we've been in the art of living, we have understood the deeper meaning of Navratri. If you go to see that, it is so important to go within. While you celebrate, if we are not able to go within that, then that is not complete. So the biggest difference I feel with the art of living is, first is the mantras. From different Vedas, these mantras come, different Pandits come from different places in India, and the puja happens. And with the mantras, you purify the mind, body, and soul. And after that, you meditate, you soak in those chants. I think that is very important. Many places we do have these pujas, but there is no soaking in the chants. So it's like, you're not actually experiencing, you're just listening. श्रवण है, पर उसको सुन के हम उसको अंदर नहीं लेते. तो उसके साथ ध्यान करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And then obviously celebration. So if you see last day after Chandi Homa, Gurudev also tells everyone, let's get up, we all celebrate together. So I think it's complete. Our Navratris, our pujas are so complete in themselves. And yes, over years, as you said, it's a huge change. पहले नवरात्रि ओल्ड आश्रम में होता था, जब वेन्यू, जब जगह बहुत बहुत छोटी होती थी. एंड आई थिंक आई वुड 20 years back, I think 22 years back, I remember one Navratri. So at that time, Gurudev actually had to invite you to come to the ashram for Navratri because बहुत छोटी जगह हुआ करते थे. So somehow I went to that Navratri, and then Gurudev na jitne bhi saints the unko he was just giving them a shawl. So I was so new. I was not even like 1 or 2 years into the art of living, and I was thinking in my mind, oh, if I want a shawl from Gurudev like this, I will have to be a saint. So this lifetime not possible. Maybe next lifetime I have to work towards that. It was just a passing thought that just came and went. And you won't believe, Arnav, on the last day, just before I was leaving, I was standing on the gate for my taxi to come. Suddenly, somebody comes running, and they say, "Oh, Gurudev is calling you." So I just looked at that person and I said, "Don't joke. I know it's not true." He said, "No, really, Gurudev is calling you." And I just go to his kutir. I just bow down, and to my shock and surprise, the first thing Gurudev did was he put a shawl. So I just feel that any thought you have during these auspicious times, it is so important because you don't know when the tathastu may happen. So online, offline, no matter where you are, शुद्धि of your thoughts is so important. तो जब इस साल भी जब आप सब नवरात्रि पूजाओं में बैठेंगे, आप जहाँ भी हैं, ज़रूर देखना कि मन में क्या विचार चल रहा है, because the divine, the consciousness is only saying so be it. So to what thought it's going to be say so be it, we truly don't know. Yeah, so uh, I think everyone experiences this, isn't it? You just want to see Guruji once and he's just there, and कुछ बहुत समय से हमारे अंदर इच्छा है, या वो छूट जाती है या वो खत्म हो जाती है, मतलब either it's fulfilled or you just drop it. And I think that's what sankalp is, no, dropping your what you want to the higher self, and telling the master, okay, you know this is what I want, you give it whenever you want to. तो उसी को संकर, उसी को तो सरेंडर कहते हैं ना। पता नहीं कब मिलेगा, क्या मिलेगा, पर पता है कि जो सही है वो मिलेगा. And I think what Gurudev shared yesterday, that it was so important that people who actually win is when they hold on to their faith even in troubled times. So you don't leave on to your faith when lot of problem comes. You don't say अच्छा आप गुरु जी किधर है, मैं इतने प्रॉब्लम में हूँ. जब बहुत प्रॉब्लम है ना, तब शायद और जानना है कि मेरे पास गुरु है. That देवी शक्ति, that divine is with me all the time. Yes, Arna.
Didi, just probably you have answered this question, but it just occurred to me. You mentioned that the sankalpas and the thoughts, they have more power of manifesting at this time. How do we? But then the mind and the thoughts are not in our control most of the time. You're also a Sahaj teacher and an eternity teacher. You've been taking a lot of courses. How do we make sure, or how do we, get into the grid wherein our thoughts are more positive and pure in this time? Because, anyways, due to change of weather, I experience a lot of turbulence in my state of mind. So, how do we balance that?
I think the first, we have three doshas, no? Satvik, Rajasik, and Tamsik. So even these 9 days, we experience these three at different times, and that's what we move towards Sattva the last 3 days. That's why this fasting is so important. Observing your mind, meditation is so important. Listening to chanting, or even like any devi mantra is also that you can do. Because बार बार जब हम वो repeat करते हैं, तो people who've not done सहज or not don't know how, don't have the personal mantra for meditation, just taking any devi mantra, simple, Dum Durgaya Nama, Om Dum Durgaya Nama, just being with that just brings the mind, it settles the mind. That's why chanting during these times is so important, because as you said, मन तो भागता ही रहता है, तो कैसे उसको शांत करें. एक तो चैंटिंग बहुत मदद करता है उसमें. दूसरा, इवन ऑब्जर्विंग द फूड यू ईट. हमेशा तो हम कुछ ना कुछ इधर उधर सब कुछ खाते रहते हैं, पर इसलिए 9 दिन में हम क्या खा रहे हैं. और संगत भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. That's why the company you are in, that also is very important. When you all go to the ashram, everyone is doing the puja, celebrating, then the whole sangha is different. So the company you keep, the food you eat, the chanting you do, the japa you do will play a very important role in the thoughts that are coming to your mind at that time. एंड ऑल्सो समटाइम्स कुछ नेगेटिव थॉट आ भी जाना, तो ओम नमः शिवाय बोल के उसको हम भगा सकते हैं. एंड नो दैट ओनली द बेस्ट विल हैपन टू यू. अगर ये भरोसा है ना, ओनली द बेस्ट विल हैपन, then I think everything is taken care. So sometimes even in संकल्प people wonder, अच्छा हम क्या मांगे. Obviously दुनियादारी की इच्छाएं तो होती ही रहती है, पर मुझे कोई पूछे exactly what is the best thing, I would say असीम भक्ति, अटूट श्रद्धा और मोक्ष. These are the 3 things one should ask. ऐसी भक्ति जिसकी कोई सीमा ना हो. Your devotion should be असीम, जहाँ मतलब आप भी ना सोच सके उतनी ऐसी भक्ति होनी चाहिए. और अटूट श्रद्धा, अच्छा एक इच्छा पूरी नहीं हुई तो हमारी श्रद्धा हिल जाती है. आश्रम गए, डॉर्मेट्री मिला तो हमारी श्रद्धा हिल जाती है. हमने शटल के लिए को बोला और शटल नहीं आए तो श्रद्धा हिल गई. रूम में कोई स्नोर कर रहा है तो श्रद्धा हिल गई. आपने अप्लाई किया था छुट्टी के लिए, नवरात्रि में नहीं जा पाए तो श्रद्धा हिल गई. तो श्रद्धा ऐसी नहीं होनी चाहिए जो मटीरियल चीजों में अटक के छूट जाए. अटूट श्रद्धा, ऐसी श्रद्धा जो किसी भी कारण टूटे नहीं. You have that faith no matter what, the divine is with you. The Devi energy, the Guru energy is always taking care of you. And I think one who has that, nothing can break you. जब आपकी श्रद्धा अटूट होती है ना, फिर आपको कुछ तोड़ नहीं सकता. हाँ, क्रैक्स आ सकते हैं थोड़े बहुत, पर आप टूट नहीं सकते. Yeah, and that is your endurance. I think master trains you to be so strong. He just makes you so strong that nothing can break you. And moksha. I remember once, many years back, in a TRM, Gurudev had told teachers that मुक्ति के अलावा अगर कोई चाह है, तुम गलत जगह आए हो, मेरे पास आए हो तो मुक्ति ही मिलेगी. So I think Navratri is that time to just become free with wherever we are stuck, whatever we are stuck. Mukti is not necessary after we die. Mukti can be just right now, just getting yourself free from whatever you are doing and just free yourself. That also is Mukti.
Didi,
And now while we are talking now, I would love to read what Gurudev has just said today.
yes.
Yeah, you can say what you have to. I'm just going to till then find what.
Okay. Now, Deep, would you like to share some Guru stories associated with your Navratris? You already shared one, very important one. Are there more that you would like to share?
uh, there was the 1 second. I don't know, just give me a second.
Yes.
So there was once a time I could not go for Navratri for years, Arna, because I was not allowed from my family to go. And everyone who would go to Navratri, I would tell them, तुम जा रहे हो ना गुरुदेव को देख के बोलना मन में सोचना दीदी ने याद किया है. Just say मन में बोल देना दीदी ने याद किया. So they would just look at me and think, yeah, I think Alka दीदी is gone mad. She thinks गुरुदेव इतने कुछ फ्री है कि वो जब हम मन में बोलेंगे उन्होंने याद किया तो उनको पता चल जाएगा. बट फॉर सो मेनी ईयर्स सिंस आई वाज नॉट अलाउड टू गो टू द आश्रम, और तब तो लाइव भी देखने के कोई चांस नहीं होते थे. I would tell everyone to do that, and you won't believe people would come and say whenever we just closed our eyes and prayed to Gurudev and said Alka Didi is remembering you, and when we opened our eyes he would look at us, and we knew that your prayer has reached. So again, to all the people who are not able to go, don't think Gurudev does not know where you are or does not know in the situation you are in. Wherever you are, even for a moment, if you just think of the divine, if you just think of Guru, he knows that you're praying to him. He know, and your prayers are reaching. हाँ, फुलफिल कब होंगे वो क्वेश्चन मार्क हो सकता है, पर ये नहीं है कि प्रेयर्स पहुंच नहीं रहे, वो जरूर जरूर पहुंच रहे.
That's beautiful, Dee. Didi, I would also like to remind all our viewers that if they wish to ask any of the questions from our speaker, they may post it in comments and we'll do our best to take them up. While the viewers are posting, Didi, you were also on this Africa tour with Gurudev. Are there some memories and some moments that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, before we share, everyone has asked me this one question 100 times. What are the colors we follow in the ashram? Because they are a little different. So, the last days when the homas are on, we follow a little different colors for what we wear. So, if they're the Ganesh homa, we wear yellow and orange. Yeah. So just since this question everyone has asked me, I think I should take that. And then the Rudra Homa, we wear yellow and blue. And when you have the Sudarshan Homa, we wear green or we wear blue or purple. And I'm sure everyone knows Chandi में तो हम क्या पहनते हैं, red, maroon, pink, all Devi colors. And Rishi Homa uh, is white and golden, because all know Rishi when they used to wear a lot of white, so it's white and golden. And then Vijay Dashmi. On Vijay Dashmi, you can wear whatever color you want because it's celebration time. Yeah, it's the winning of the truth over the untruth. So you just celebrate that way. And so Arnav asked, how was this Africa tour? I think if there is one thing, what is the most dearest to the master, it is his devotee. And this is what I've experienced in this whole tour that I was traveling with Gurudev. The smallest wish of a devotee, the master would fulfill. Like even if somebody had sent food, गुरुदेव would say that अरे ये तो मेरे भक्त ने भेजा है, मैं उसको कैसे मना कर सकता हूँ. So every moment and the way he would meet each devotee, it was wonderful. So I think this 9 days also of Navratri are the time to just surrender. And For me personally, हम हमेशा बोलते हैं अच्छा what will Gurudev do for us, right? Oh Gurudev, we need your blessings. Oh Gurudev, we need this. और जॉब लगा दो, मेरी शादी करा दो. ये 9 दिन के बाद हम क्या इस बार ऐसे कर सकते हैं क्या, मैं मेरे गुरु के लिए क्या करूं? क्या हम ये खुद को पूछ सकते हैं, what can I do for my master, or what have I done, what सेवा I have done? Because मेरे लिए क्या ना कभी खत्म नहीं होगा, वो कुछ ना कुछ कभी ना कभी प्रश्न चलते ही रहेंगे. पर जब हम इसको थोड़ा घुमा के ये पूछे कि अच्छा मैं मेरे गुरु के लिए क्या करूं, not that he needs anything from us, yeah, because he has everything, but I think our whole mindset changes when we say that what can I do from my master. So I think if you all really want to just close your eyes for 2 minutes and just think, what can I do for my master, मैं कैसे और उपयोगी बनूं. जो भी आप करें, दान श्रम दान हो सकता है, जैसे भी. हाउ कैन आई बी यूजफुल टू माई मास्टर, व्हाट कैन आई डू while I'm on this planet, how can I leave this planet a more happiest place. इस नवरात्रि के दौरान मैं ऐसा क्या करूं कि लोगों के चेहरे पर मुस्कान ले आऊं. It's okay to just be with yourself, just close your eyes, just ponder on this question. What can I do for others? Let's all take a normal deep breath in and let go with a beautiful smile. And just know that you are taken care. The Devi loves you very dearly and is taking care of you, just like a mother does to the child. Let's take one more deep breath in and let go with a smile as if you're feeling blessed. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And slowly, gently, whenever you feel like, you may open your eyes. So, just before we end our now, I would love to read what Gurudev says today. Trying to change the situation around yourself or the world is like a mosquito biting an iron rod. It is futile and of no use. By dropping all hopes, happiness will never leave you. The Guru puts you in a situation to increase your patrata, your cup size, and then he fills it with bliss. And so, all the situations around you that you cannot change, what you can do, just dropping all hopes. So beautiful, no? Master is just doing that so that he can increase our cup size and fill it with bliss. So, from day after, all the pujas and homas are starting. Just whatever little time you can give yourself, I would say, just be a part of this, no matter where you are. In your office, in your house, traveling, know that the divine, the Devi, is with you, taking care of you, holding you like a child. The more you feel connected, the more the grace is going to flow. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you so much, Didi. I could relate to almost everything that you said, and I'm sure it'll be the same for our viewers. And I thank you, and I also thank the viewers for joining us today. Thank you so much.
We'll see you all soon. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.